about that. All cool streamers, I suppose. But we're gonna work on my startup again. We're gonna make it amazing. Best startup ever, right? I think I just didn't plug it in well. Okay, cool. So what I did was audio is now recorded on a separate track for a microphone, and what I want to do is with that is detect when I'm talking or not, and then use it as like a compression heuristic for figuring out the interesting part of it. And with that, I hope to make YouTube more interesting, because at the moment it's just a lot of basically me thinking, for example. And it's not interesting to watch if you can't chat. The advantage of chat. Okay, so a lot of shit is actually being cut out of that. Let's actually move this down. Okay, cool, it's working. So yeah, that video basically got a lot of editing done for free. Even though there are still parts in which I would like to delete by myself, where I'm just rambling on random shit. But it's getting rid of the silences, which is also good. It's not as good as I hope, but it seems more watchable now. I think I cut down that intro. Well, according to the stats, I cut everything down with like 2/3 or something, one half or 2/3 of the length. So yeah, we'll see if that works. Strategy. Maybe I'm just bad at intro. Maybe we should just get better. The problem is with trying to get better at something is that you actually need to do stuff. To get better, you need to learn things. And if you just make your tools better, then you don't need to learn anything. It's amazing. It's like a great way to avoid learning. Make my tools better. This is why I'm using Nixos. And the other thing is, like, if you have better tools, then you can share them with other people. So now, all of a sudden, you put your learnings into reality. Right, let's see if this works with the data list. We should have it available now. I'm so distracted. I'll just jump around with the video editing and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I know for a fact that other people also do a lot of editing. And just cutting out silences by itself is valuable time save. Because you can even do more proper editing. Because you don't need to cut out boring shit that you would cut out anyway. And it does it without thinking, right? I could also, for example, use it for my propaganda videos. I'm gonna make one tomorrow, actually. I want to make one about writing out time. And yeah, I can just use that as an initial cut, basically. And then cut out the other stuff myself. What was I doing? Right, we have to go to, like this is the... Oh, it's displaying it. Why is it displaying it? Oh, this is what it does. We can just have class is hidden, or do I have that? You can just have div class around it. Kind of fun. I just wanted to have it available in the DOM. I don't want to show it. Could I add the class thing? I have an idea around it, whatever. Oh, you don't even know about tags, do you? This is really old, because I didn't even find that tags module. I think this must have been one of the first things I made in Reflex, just the user management. I remember, it is actually one of the first things I made, because I wanted to be sure I could like change screens. That sounded like something difficult to do in Reflex. So I started with user management. And that's basically because I wanted to be able to swap out things in the DOM. And I changed strategies for a bit, but yeah, those like initial difficulties were important to overcome. It took me like a week or two. That must have been pretty hard. I think I had like 0 experience with FFPs. I remember actually being worried about it and needing to switch back to Elm or something. Probably wasn't more of a wise choice to actually do. But here we are in Reflex in Haskell. No, actually I would have done Rust. That also sounded really interesting, doing a full stack Rust app. Because Rust can do some pretty nice shit on the front end. Well, or maybe I would have done like a Rust front end and a Haskell back end. That also sounds like a nice combination. You believe that front ends are more object oriented. I mean, the rise of object orientation kind of coincides with the rise of graphical user interface. So in that way it makes sense, I suppose, about it like that. So now it's hidden, but it's still available as a list, presumably. Well, and we're gonna add that just to the input. Which input we're gonna make now. Right. We already have some support for user management in the input. I suppose it's like a data input username or something. Do we have that? I mean the settings for it. Username set to go. So these settings define how the input behaves. And we're just gonna add that form. But where? Oh, we have it here. What am I doing? I'm actually thinking of moving this out as well. I want to be able to hide it anyway. I want to actually. I think I need to add another row. I like these two on one line. Maybe we'll make an advanced button or something. Oh, I don't like another button. It's already so fucking cluttered. But what else do we do? Like advanced for nodes, for example, or repetition. We can advance the mode. We can add a button here. This is nice, kind of. But like the problem is I need to add another input for users. We kind of have it over here. I can look for that string or something. Come to think of it, like when I started Reflex, I didn't even know about these like MTL style things. These M's, I just kind of copied it. Kind of copied whatever the Reflex people were doing. And then later learned how they actually work. That was interesting as well. Figuring out the type errors was not, but yeah, you can get a pretty long way with just kind of guessing what everything is doing. Still doing that. I have no idea how to. Yeah. So where is that? I know for a fact that we're using selected for that. Display with whatever people are selected. So let's just look where selected is being used. Oh, it's in plainin, right? And we can go to selected again. Selected. But event. Embedded symbol, isn't it? Like, oh no, that we added that, right? We added that to display whichever room is being selected. Oh, let's just, there we go. I think this is a pretty old code. No, I'm using lenses, so it should be newer than that other stuff. No, I'm using basic lens. Maybe we shouldn't get it too wide. Anyway, we're gonna change this. Wouldn't even delete this entire thing. I think for now we'll just drop the capability of selecting multiple users because it's not implemented at the moment and I don't hear any complaints about it, so let's keep on removing it. We had it in the past at some point, but it was just too hard to work with for one of the beginner users or whatever. What? I just realized this thing is actually, we can actually make this thing should change whatever user is being selected. The only purpose of this field is to display that. Still want to update whichever user being selected. Maybe we'll just accept our future and delete that set in select and make only one user selected. It would simplify a lot of. I don't think it's big. Just override everything because it can't even put it into set. Like the other thing is that if we're selecting an entire user, right? So we need to be able to look up which one is being selected, or else give an error. So username, we should probably change username setting. We need to do like dynamic validation. Maybe it's a good time to make it. We want to check if it's available, or otherwise given it's gonna be annoying as well. For then we need another type argument settings. It already has to look at a third. Like stuff. This is either and then a list of errors. Like it's either with more errors possible. So for example, if you wanna, it doesn't really make sense for username, but you could say, for example, if your date is in the past and it's the wrong format, that doesn't make sense either. Well, like you could have multiple errors in the same field. Okay, just trust me. It is possible. Like, and this makes it available. I haven't used it. I probably should have stick with simple either for now and grabbed for that validation thing once I was ready. There's lots of things I don't like because like the fact that I have these polymorphic arguments be both. I was thinking like I should make existentials out of these and just get rid of them. So annoying. Also, the biggest thing is that we can't have dynamic. What should be dynamic about it? Entire input setting. Should be able to change the. Actually, that would be nice. At the moment, yeah, that would be actually really nice. Then we don't need to add another type argument as well. And change our dynamic or input settings over time. That would be interesting, actually. Our input can change over time. That's actually fucking weird to think about. The entire input settings could change over time. Why even language? Because I want to have error message, not error. We'll figure out language, but not today. I keep on postponing that. Yeah. Match type. Oh, I changed for the actually. Maybe I change, huh? It's from maybe. Don't talk about. No user. Is there no user? It may be the case that no user is selected, so we can make it a maybe. Yeah, and then you can also delete whatever is selected. Makes sense to me. Then we don't need to do from maybe anymore. I think it is. Maybe this is also. Maybe this should also be a maybe, but I already had a no place room. Kind of ugly actually. It's better to use maybe that isn't not a mono. We can do empty though. Select. Oh, already the entire updating of select is done with this one. Amazing. I'm seeing it again. Composition. You guys seeing it? Do it. I wanna flip this as well. Q merge. Flip that. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Like, this is a waste of time. What the fuck am I doing? It was beautiful like that. Beautiful. Acceptable. Acceptable. Get rid of this thing. Well. I think we should just get rid of the entire. Well, why is it white? Actually, if we make these extensions, printer thing and the valid thing, like the error handling and the value. Well, maybe we shouldn't. Well, both printers basically, right? Because this thing is also a printer basically. Just a crappy one. I didn't express it that well. Like if I can make this entire block some kind of extension deal with value, then I don't know. I remember it being pretty annoying to use. You can do any better match. No, you put in the constraints you want to have. So in case of printer, you can show error, and you can basically put that error message. Actually, that would be kind of neat. Everything we want. We'll do. Then we get rid of these type variables, and then the dynamic T can actually change of a return type. No, it couldn't. How can we talk? Still couldn't because you wanna right. You wanna make sure these are the same. And hey, this resulting error is also right. That's why you want it. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You wanna keep these type variables around, sure, because otherwise you're gonna run into trouble when keeping all the branches in sync with each other. It was just not used. That's why it was complaining. Because it wasn't used, they couldn't figure out the type of T.